Okay. Hi, I'm Sarah from the Craftivist Collective, and this is a why-to video on why you should make your footprint kit. All of the how is in the kit and it will be in the description, but the why is very, very important, and there's 5 whys I'm going to go through today. So first of all, why should you stitch your own footprint and keep it? Because aren't we talking about activism? Shouldn't we be like telling other people to do stuff? Well, some of our kits are giving gifts to people or shop dropping things or leaving out street art, but we really need to remember that before we even challenge other people to change their ways, let's not forget about what actions we're taking and whether they're helpful or harmful. And that's what this kit is all about. It's all about inner activism and everyday activism. So you're starting with you, and you're going to make something to keep. You're going to put it somewhere in a nice frame that you will see daily as part of your routine, and the hope is that it will encourage you to be your best self and to live as ethically and as intentionally as possible, and to live out the values that you want other people to live out. So the next why is why a footprint and not some other image. Well, metaphors are really helpful, visuals are really helpful for our minds, when, especially now when it's so easy to forget everything because we can find it online, so our memory is not as good as it used to be. And footprints are really good because, one, I'm talking about that inner activism of every step that we take, every action we take has an impact. So it's a good little parallel with stepping. So if you think of when you leave the house, what impact you having, when what you eat for breakfast, is it helping with the farmers that made the bananas that you're eating? Have you just woken up in ethical bed sheets? Can you afford to buy ethical bed sheets? All of that stuff. When you switch a light on, is it clean energy? All of those steps should remind you of your footprint. But also, footprints are really good to make you think about your journey. So you're not just thinking about everyday actions, you're also thinking about, what are my aspirations? How am I living in this life? So that when you're hopefully in your old age, you can think, yeah, I've done something really positive in life. Because we need to look at the long future ahead of us as well as our everyday actions. So that's why it's a footprint and not another image. In your kit, you will see, as part of your instructions, you get lots of other exciting things in the kit as well, but you also get some suggested messages, because the message is one of the hardest things often to do as a craftivist, because you want to, whether you're speaking to someone else or yourself, you don't want to preach at people, but you want to intrigue them, you want to challenge people to be their best self. So this is very much about challenging yourself to be a better human being, your better self, but also not just judge yourself or treat yourself really harshly. You want to inspire yourself to try and be better in your actions and your habits, and also empower you to take action. So you want a message that is inspiring, empowering, but also challenges you to strive to be a better self. So don't do something too fuzzy and nice that doesn't push you forward. So we've got lots of different messages that you can paraphrase, you can use them to think of your own message, but it really is about picking something that makes you improve on you as a human being, and they're all in your kit. The 4th why is, and I sometimes get this from craftivists who are really skilled crafters, is you will see in the kit all of the instruction steps. It says that when you cut your thread, so one, you cut it from your thumb to your shoulder, but you separate your thread into 2 groups of 3, because at the moment it's 6 and you don't want it too thick because it's quite hard to get through your canvas. But there is a quicker way to separate your thread, but you're not told to do it the quicker way, because one of the really good benefits of craftivism is it's slow activism. So in your instructions, it specifically tells you to separate your thread like this. So very slowly, which is quite hard and it needs a bit of discipline because we always want to yank things quickly, but we might break it or knot it. And why I ask people to separate their thread like this is because you immediately notice that you have to slow down and calm down and not be rushed all the time. You feel your shoulders and your back, if they're really tight, if you're tense, if you're anxious, if you're stressed, or if you're a bit sluggish. You notice your body, so you're very mindful of how your body's feeling. But also it helps you clear your mind, so it helps you be very aware of what your mind's thinking. Is it thinking about something else? And how do you calm your mind down and help it think about the footprints you're taking in life and how you can make a brilliant object to be a better human being? You stroke your thread, which again calms us down because it's all twisted. But that's why you separate your thread in your Craftivist kit. It's a crafty way to be mindful of how you're feeling, look after yourself, but also mindful of your motives, of whether you're being distracted by lots of things, and just makes you really focus on what you're making so that you can think through those craft of thought questions that are in the kit. And that leads to the why number 5. Why do I ask you to do a back stitch like this? Well, one, you're stitching over your own handwriting, so your handwriting is very unique, so it's very personal to you. But also, when you do a back stitch, because it's very repetitive, once your hands know what to do, you'll notice that your mind will start thinking about what you're going to eat for your tea, your to-do list, what are you going to do at the weekend, and that's when you want to focus on your craft of thoughts. And again, I've thought through everything with these kits. Your craft of thoughts are purposefully folded in a way that you can just have them sitting like this right in front of you while you're stitching. And you go, okay, I've got 3 craft of thoughts. Every kit has different craft of thoughts that link in with the particular issue. So your first craft of thought is, what are your key values that thread through your life? So it's a juicy one. And the point of the craft of thoughts is they might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because they are big questions. And you might be thinking, okay, my values are this, and I'm not sure I'm always threading them through everything that I do, every step that I take on my journey as a global citizen. But because you've got this comfort of craft with something soft to touch, with that repetitive action that's very meditative, very therapeutic, it means that you can really think through and grapple with those big questions while you're stitching. So there are 5 reasons why you make your little footprint kit in this particular way. Like I've said, you get everything in your kit, which is super ethical, all made in the UK, and it's got everything you need in it, including some little gifts for you. And it means that you can pop it in your bag and make stuff on the bus if you want, pop it back in, make it over your lunch. You can use it for quite a while, and it's all recyclable. So what would be great is if this video made sense and you have a go at the kit, do share your progress of what you're stitching, share your final footprint and where you've put it, and make some comments below and join the gang.